I didn't know where the call to write would lead me. I never imagined that I would zip myself into my mother's skin and embody her existence, which would lead me to write about my own life, that her narrative led to my own. I began to see parallels in our stories. This was shocking to me because I lived in a house with two parents when I was young. She was raised in an orphanage. How could there be similarities? But even bigger than that, it would lead me to a period in American history that so few people discuss. A dark period where single unwed mothers were forced to relinquish their children and did so under a banner of shame that rendered them silent. I want them to have a voice, even if many are now parted. Families affected deserve to know the truth. I'm Jennifer Griffith, author of Both Sides of Then, Finding Love After Abandonment. I was a young mom, with a lot of questions on what it meant to be a good mom. And I realized in many ways what was holding me back was the things that I carried indirectly from both of my parents. I think that's something that we all have dealt with at times. There is no secret that time does not reveal. And we have to be willing to face people's pain as a way to get to true, pure, and perfect love. Because abandonment is ultimately linked to shame, and shame is a silencer, and shame is actually a superpower if you face it. Many people said to me, wouldn't it be easier to write the book when she's gone? That doesn't feel authentic to me. My mom is the hero of her own story, and I want her to see that. We all talk about these moments that catch your breath and make you stop and say, oh, that's what I'm doing right now. I am clearing the plate. I'm opening the cabinets. You have to dig. And I dug. So I basically wrote two books. I wrote my mom's book, and then I wrote my book, and then I put them together. When I started writing my story, I realized how many parallels we had in our narratives, and I was shocked by that. And then the crazy thing that ended up happening is that I began to understand my own pain. You shame a woman, you take away her power, and you take away her voice. So I use her power and I say, okay, I'm going to take that power that you gave me and I'm going to turn it up a little bit. I want this book to open people's eyes to some unexpected layers of acceptance within your own family, that bad things can happen, people can mistreat each other, but you can still find love through all of that. One of the things that I hope to do for people is to let them see the parallels in their parents' stories, even if your lives look dramatically different. And you inherit so much more than you think you do. Just moving forward sometimes is enough. You have to live both sides of life.